My kitchen sink faucet is on its last legs. It's creaking and squeaking and it sounds like it's getting ready to fail. I started doing some research online and I came across this Moen 87014EWSRS motion activated kitchen faucet, and I figured I'd purchase it and give it a try. So in today's video I'm going to show you how to install this, and I'm also going to provide an initial review of this unit. So first thing I'd like to go over is what you get in the box. So here is the faucet itself. On the right side of the unit, obviously you have your manual water controls, and here's the sensor eye for the motion control feature. And it feels like a well manufactured piece of equipment here. Stainless steel, feels pretty robust. Also in the bottom you have the threaded portion which will tie into the countertop, and also our power connector. You also have this plate. If you have the two knobs drilled into your countertop, you can use this plate. In my case, I will not be using this because I have a single bored hole. I'm just going to use this plastic washer. Here is the main water line, and this does appear to be braided stainless steel, which is nice. Don't want to use rubber because those have a risk of bursting. Anyway, we're going to end up fishing this through the faucet. It's going to connect to the head. Now, here is the Motionsense control valve. This feels a little cheap to me. Here are the braided stainless steel lines that will connect to our hot and cold water ports on the house side. But something I'm not thrilled about, these connections are plastic, so it is what it is. I don't know. I'd prefer for it not to be plastic, but I guess that's just kind of the price you pay for having the Motionsense feature. Included in this case, you also get this soap dispenser with this reservoir. I don't have a hole drilled in the countertop, so I will not be using this today, and also not going to be using this plate today. I just wanted to show you that that does come included in the kit. Here is the weight, which that will connect to this line at some point in the installation process. This washer will go underneath the countertop. This is also the lock washer, so that will go on that threaded portion of the main faucet. We also have an installation tool. Not 100% sure where we're going to need this, but we probably will need that. And here is the power supply pack for the motion activated feature. Something I like about this faucet is that the power for the motion activated feature, it's powered with batteries. You don't have to wire in an accessory outlet underneath the counter. Just batteries. And they do include batteries, Duracell batteries, so that is a nice touch. And I think that's just about it. So without further ado, let's go underneath the sink and start removing the old unit. So under the sink, first thing we're going to need to do is shut off this cold water supply line and this hot water supply line. This connection right here goes directly to the dishwasher, and on the previously installed kitchen sink there is a label that this is the cold line, but if you have a dishwasher also connected to your hot supply line, that makes it pretty easy to identify the hot water side. Another way that you could identify which side is which, just shut off one side, turn the kitchen sink on, and see if you're getting hot or cold water. So let's shut off the cold water supply valve and the hot water supply valve. Next thing we want to do is open up the kitchen faucet, go to the hot and cold side, just make sure you have no water coming out. There's no water coming out, so that confirms that our valves are properly shut off. Now we can go down beneath the sink and start disconnecting those two lines. You're also going to want to have a cloth or towel because you are going to get a little bit of water dripping down there. Alright, let's disconnect our cold supply line. Now let's disconnect the hot supply line. Now this is the retractable line that goes to the faucet spout, so we need to remove this weight and also disconnect this connection here. I think that's lead. I should wash my hands. I can't wash my hands. I shut the sink off. Alright, let's disconnect this line now. little bit of water came out. That's why we have the rag down here. We'll wipe that up. With my current faucet, it looks like there's 2 Phillips head screws that have to be loosened up. Hey, this rotates? Yeah, it does rotate. Okay, let's just take these Phillips heads out of here. Alright, so I have the wife holding the faucet still above me, and I'm just spinning this nut off. Looks like this is what we're going to have to do to get this off. Alright, now it's time to install a new faucet. Because I have a single hole, I'm going to utilize this nylon washer. I don't think I'm going to need plumber's putty because of this nylon washer, but the flat part is going to butt up directly onto the countertop, so we'll position that. We'll start threading the power connection down through the hole in the countertop. And we will have that sit like so. Yeah, looks good. Alright, so as you can see, we have the new faucet coming down through the hole in the countertop. Now, the old faucet had this washer. I'm going to reuse this washer, but in addition to that, included in the kit is this moon-shaped washer and this black nut. So first thing I'm going to do is slide up the washer from the previous faucet. Now I'm going to take the moon washer, slide it up, copper looking shaft, and finally the black nut. And then this is the tightening tool included in the kit. This will make installation a lot easier. And how's everything looking up top? Does it need to move at all?
No.
You're sure? In a good spot?
Yeah.
You're certain?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to start tightening down the nut. So in order to tighten down this nut, we're going to use our tightening tool and insert a screwdriver in the other end and just rotate. So then we also have this butterfly style plastic nut. I think the purpose of this is to protect the main supply line going up to this faucet from the sharp edges of the metal right here. So we're just gonna spin this on clockwise. It goes out maybe 3 or 4 turns and then it stops, and again now we have a nice rounded edge for that main supply line. Goes up through the shaft. Looking good. Next we're going to connect our Motionsense box. Again, attached to this box is these braided stainless steel lines, so we're going to connect it to the house hot supply and the house cold supply. If you're curious which line goes where, one is labeled hot, so that's going to go to the side that has our dishwasher line connected to it. Now I do still need to tighten up these connections, but before we tighten up these connections, let's push down the main water supply line through the faucet head, connect it to the Motionsense box, and we'll mount this. Okay, let's fish through this main line. The female end is going to connect to our nozzle. The side with the white cap is going to connect to that Motionsense box. Let's fish this through the faucet. And while we're up here, we might as well thread on the faucet. By the way, the threads on the faucet head are all plastic. Is what it is. Just gonna get this hand tight. Don't want to overdo it here. Alright. Here's the line we just fished down through the faucet, so we will remove this plastic cap and I guess just insert this into this connector here, and it's snapped in, not coming back out. Not a huge fan of that, but that's how it is. Now this Motionsense box, they want us to clip it onto this gray butterfly style nut that we installed on the main shaft. And the instructions want us to keep this in a vertical orientation. So let's try and snap this in. Okay. It is now in position. Let's dress up these other water lines, make sure they're out of the way of one another. And at this time I'm also going to install the weight over the yellow mark. And this just snaps right in, no screws. Should snap right in. Nothing easy today, huh? There we go. Now I'm going to take my wrench and I'm going to tighten up the connections to the hot and cold supply valves. And I'm not using any Teflon tape or anything. There are like plastic or rubber washers inside these connections, so I feel like it's not necessary. Next I'm going to mount the battery box. I think I'm going to mount it up here. It's out of the way, accessible. Now we need to make our connections to the Motionsense box. So one is labeled P, and this port right here is labeled P. Imagine that's for power. And the other one gets plugged into the other port. That goes up to the sink. So we're just going to neaten up these wires a little bit. They do include 3 zip ties. Now let's turn on the hot and cold supply lines. Make sure we don't have any leaks. Alright, time for the initial test. So far so good. Let's test out the Motionsense feature. How about that? I'm a little bit concerned about the blinds right here, but it seems like the blinds are just a little bit above that motion sensor. It appears to shoot out a straight beam, and it'll only detect within, I don't know, seems like 6 inches. See, that's about 6 inches away. Let me get a little bit closer. About 4 inches, so within 4 inches you gotta be. So one thing I dislike thus far is that the head doesn't retract all the way back up into the faucet. It'll go back up most of the way, but you gotta push it back in the last little bit. Seems like this connection right here is a little loose, not a big deal, but maybe I'll end up taking that other lead weight and adding it to that line to give it a little bit more pull. Aside from that, I mean, Motionsense works really well. Nice stream. In order to convert the stream to the rain pattern, you gotta click down once. Then when you shut it off, turn it back on again, it goes back to a straight stream. So every time you want to use that spray, you got to push down. Here is a feature that I definitely like though. On this head, if you hold this up, it pulses the water momentarily, and then you could switch sinks. So that definitely is a nice feature. Now once you have this handle on, the motion sense will not shut this faucet off. In order to shut it off, you have to do it manually. So the motion sense will only work for turning it on if the handle is off. That works really well. Overall, pretty pleased with this unit.